Hey yo, what's up everyone? It is your boy Shazman21 and welcome to another video by your boy Shazman21. Now, for this video, I'm gonna be talking, about like 2 points here, and that is like updates going on with my fitness journey and talk a little bit about my spiritual journey thus far in my life. Self development, all that good jazz. You know what I'm saying? Just like get into some like really deep topics here and there. You know what I'm saying? That we might get into, like enlightenment and all types of things of the nature. You know what I'm saying? So starting off with fitness, and not whatever my best friend's probably about to say. Fit this whatever in your mouth. Like, golly, you weirdo, disgusting weirdo. I'm kidding. I love you, man. But besides that, yeah, I've been doing pretty good with my fitness journey thus far. Been working a little bit more with calisthenics than I have like with free weights. Although I do still do free weights in my spare time every now and then. But my main focus right now is calisthenics. And thus far, I would say calisthenics, I've been doing this since February of this year, actually. So it's been, where July. So it's been like 5 months. So yeah, it's been 5 months since I've been doing pretty okay with calisthenics. I'm not really like at the top level where I'm just like doing some like muscle ups and doing some like cool stuff like planche and stuff. But I'm working towards that every single day. Working on the pull ups, working on the push ups, working on wait. Oh yeah, push ups, pull ups. Um, oh yeah, squats, uh, L sits. I that just slipped on my tongue. Dips, hanging dips and hanging leg raise. Yeah, so that's what I've been pretty much doing, and thus far it's been helping me out pretty well to the point where it's giving me like a lot more muscle definition than ever before, especially with free weights. Although I will still say with free weights it has like got me like pretty big and stuff, but with calisthenics it's just on a different level, man. Like you can just do some like really dope things. And here's the thing, you don't even necessarily have to like go to the gym to do all this. You could just go to the park, or hell, you can even just do it at your own home and just do some like simple push-ups. And if you have like a hanging bar or whatnot, you can just do pull-ups here and there. And you know it's really really like a lot of variety of things you can really do. And I'm sure you can still do a lot of variety of things with free weights, albeit the only thing you really technically can really just do is just grab a dumbbell, just lift the weight as much as you can, especially if you're doing like some arm curls to then like shoulder presses or military press or whatever you want to call it, and butterflies, deadlifts, and just all types of cool stuff, and squats. Having the bar on your back here and just like squat down and stuff. And yeah, it's cool and all, but like I said, my main focus is mostly calisthenics because I want to be able to be more of an all around athlete than just like sticking to just one training modality all the time. Although now my modality is really more with calisthenics, but I'm more open to just trying out like variety of other things to add into my already interesting things I'm doing with exercise and whatnot. And I do got a body transformation coming up really, really soon. I'm actually getting super close to like finally reaching my body fat percentage goals, and that is to get down to 12. So right now, I think I'm around like 17%, 50%, like somewhere around there. Like I've been really, really doing good, with diet, with exercising, and just moving my body around in general. Like it's been really, really good. And I, I want to just like say this, like I never would have thought I would actually make it here. Like for real, when it came to like the fitness journey, because I started when I was like 14 years old, and I would sometimes like follow the rules here and there, where I would like follow certain YouTubers there, like back in the day, when shortcut, what was it called? Six pack ab shortcut, Mike Chang or whatever his name is. I used to like follow what he would do sometimes, and I really didn't get any results from that because I realized it probably was something a lot more that he did to his body than just did all these like weird exercises and weird eating or whatnot. But otherwise, yeah, I did follow that to a few other people like Athlete X and a few other people too back in the day. But yeah, I was just mostly trying to focus on being lean and having just muscular body and whatnot. And I did achieve having somewhat of a physique, but it wasn't really like the physique I truly wanted. Like a rippling six pack abs, with like toned muscle or not. And I ended up being, I don't know if I was skinny fat necessarily, but I was definitely skinny. So that happened, and for a while I was staying like that in high school till like, of course, what ended up happening in the pandemic and stuff. In my case, it happened during my senior year, and yeah, it wasn't good, and just that whole year wasn't really good. And like I said, I don't think I want to get into too much into that because it's very personal. But otherwise, you know, I went through a lot from that year and also 2021 as well, and I ended up getting big. Yeah, I got to 200 pounds. Damn near 210 actually, because my heaviest I was at was around 207, 208, and yeah. Yeah, even me just saying it now, I'm just like, wow, I used to be that big. And don't mind the fireworks that's going in the background post 4th of July for some odd fucking reason. But otherwise, what was I saying? Oh, yeah. Yeah, I got big. I really did. I was eating my feelings out. I was going through a lot. And, you know, I got big. I got big. I didn't even have big muscles to show it. And, I was just going through a lot personally, professionally. It was a really tough time period of my life where, like, not only was I not doing anything because I had to literally survive, a whole disease that killed a lot of people too. It it was insane, bro. Like, ugh, it was a rough time, but I made it out. I made it through, and when 2022 rolled around, especially in the summer, where like my journey truly like finally started like coming to fruition, was when I signed up for like a class, in my college or whatnot, and that was like right after, or actually that was like at the end of like my semester, where I was achieving a degree in computer information system and whatnot, and there was like this one class that I took that was like personal fitness or conditioning for personal fitness, something like that. So I took that, and for those last like 12 weeks, because those summer classes they're like very short, but yeah, when I took those 12 weeks of like the summer fitness class as well as like taking the other classes too, dude, I started falling in love with fitness. It was like something awakened when I was taking the class, where when we was like doing some like bodyweight exercises whatnot. It reminded me of the times when I used to do that in karate, but like it would just be just karate only, but like doing like certain exercises. And then this one like got me the most was when I did like a 1.5 like mile run, and what ended up happening was like I it was a lot slower, like damn near like 20 minutes having to like do that. And yeah, I realized, man, I need to get my fitness up. And hold on, guys, apologies for that, but let's go ahead and keep it going. So afterwards, you know after I did my run or whatnot, I realized that something's got to change. And what also ended up helping too during this like journey, especially with the fitness journey, was my mom. My mom helped me out when it came to with fitness or whatnot, especially with nutrition. And so when she told me that the reason why I got a lot bigger was because I started like eating my feelings out. And the thing is, I am a foodie, so like I do enjoy eating food as much as possible because I've been doing it for a long time, and I love food. It's amazing, but I think I started like loving it a little bit too much because like I was coping with again what was already happening in that particular point in time, which ended up making me a lot bigger than I really should have been. But stuff happens, man. Because last time, I actually was around like 175, give or take, when I was like in high school. But because of what happened in the pandemic, I ended up like gaining like I think 20 pounds or whatnot. So I ended up becoming like really really big and I think unhealthy, and I was just not in the best state of my mind because a lot of stuff was going on, like I said. But you know, when my mom like told me like you might have to like just change up like how you eat or whatnot, I realized like instead of just like I can still enjoy the food, but like I don't have to like have it be just my biggest comfort. You know what I'm saying? Like it can happen sometimes, but like sometimes if I just look at it as like if it's fueling me to like at least keep going, then by all means. And the initial goal at the time, because I started at around like 202 pounds, so the initial goals I was gonna have to do was like reach like up to 198 and then 196. And so when I ended up getting to 198, I realized, oh man, this is kind of cool. So then I went to 196. I was able to reach 196 by the end of like the semester of the summer semester, and then when fall happened, you know, my goal was to get down to 194, and then afterwards 190 or 192, and 190, and then 187 pounds, and then 185, 183, 180, and so on until like I finally like reach the goals of wanting to get at least I think down to 175 or 170 pounds, which is where I'm currently now at. Well, not 175 or 170 yet, but I will definitely say I'm at least in between, the high 170s and a little bit of low 180s. But sometimes the weight fluctuates here and there, but stuff happens. But so far, my fitness journey has been pretty good, and it really just like taught me a lesson on just like perseverance and being resilient. Well, not resilient, but learning a lot from my mistakes because for the longest time I've been trying to like get rid of like body fat or whatnot to like look amazing because like of course social media but and also just the people I look up to like damn actually it was mostly just anime characters but like I always wanted to like have this like really nice lean athletic physique to just do some like really cool stuff. And I think what got me to want to have that body the most was actually when I was a kid watching, the Sam Raimi Spider Mans, especially from Spider Man 1 to 3. And just being able to want that, like, really nice physique that is able to just, like, do some, like, cool stuff, like acrobatic stuff. Being able to, like, flip around and, sometimes shoot webs and just do some, like, really cool stuff. You know, like a gymnast, and that's something that I've kind of always wanted to somewhat do. I didn't like realize it at the time because like I was into a lot of like other sports things, like basketball and all that good stuff. But really, I like the challenge to like push my body around and also just being able to like do something really really awesome, cool, and dope. And although this still scares me to this day to like try to attempt to, but like backflip, I'm gonna do something like that. Be a badass, pretty much. But yeah, I'm getting there. It's one step at a time. Everything takes time, and eventually, I know that I will reach my goals of not only becoming, leaner and more cool. I'm not sure about cooler because it depends, but honestly, I just want to just be able to just finally reach my dream physique of being at around 10 to 12% body fat and being somewhat of an all around athlete, just doing some like really cool things, flips, and just look good while doing it, and you know, continue to work out and do my thing. Um, but yeah, I think that's as far as my fitness journey is going thus far. Right now, I'm working towards doing more of the calisthenics part, so I will showcase a little bit more of that. And as far as the body transformation, that will be ready at some point. It's just that there's a lot of things that's going on. However, I will be making an update on my body pretty soon. So I owe you guys that because I know that I did record myself, in January that I'm gonna like finally be able to reach 10 to 12% body fat, and that I was like I think a little bit higher on the body fat percentage, but like I still wanted to lose it so I can like be able to like finally do like a really relaxed like body transformation that's nice and not like so like ridiculous where I'm like run it on my body, like not like that, definitely not. But otherwise, yeah, when it comes to the body transformation, I will keep that in mind at some point. But for now, I just gotta focus on getting my diet right, getting a lot of things right, and yeah, that's really about it. Um, I think I'll talk about this another time. If you guys want to, you know, if you want me to talk further about fitness or whatnot, then just let me know. Especially a little bit of the fitness industry and all that good stuff. And before I also like get to like the spiritual aspects of what things, I just want to like quickly say something real quick, and I just want to you know talk about this. Whereas fortunately this just happened like a couple days ago, but Joe, the guy that was like has like the most ripped body ever out of his mind sometimes, and he's like a really chill dude. Unfortunately, passed away, and all I gotta say is like that is really really sad. And on top of that, he's like openly admitted to like taking a lot of other stuff to like get the physique that he has or whatnot. But otherwise, that's besides the point. It's just like it's just saddened to like see like such a genuine human being that is actually a really really good person, you know, pass away very 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 soon. And I think he was in his 30s, like he was like 30 years old. Like that is fucking young, guys. That really is. I know some kids might be like, "Oh, that's old," but no. That's actually still relatively young. Albeit, yeah, you're a little bit older. You're not in your 20s, obviously, but it's like, that's still like relatively young. Shit, the only time we're really old is like when we're like, I guess 70 or 80 years old. But otherwise, that is fucking young, dude. Like that is like, ugh, that sucks, man. Like, yeah, man. Rest in peace to Joe. Like he really is like a really good man. And honestly, what the things that you guys should take away from his legacy is like what he always wanted for you guys to do is just like stay healthy, stay fit, as much as possible wherever you guys are at, and just enjoy your life. And I think that's something that should always be applied to no matter what. Is that fitness should always be about your health, no matter what. All right. So please take care of that as much as possible. Okay, because we only got one body and one life. So it's better to just like live it as best as possible, and not need to like shorten it up just to like look more better or whatnot. You don't have to do that. Hell, you can still look absolutely amazing and still do what you gotta do, whatever body fat percentage you're at. Again, as long as it's like not actually killing you, like being too big, obese or whatnot, or too skinny, and it's like anorexia or whatever. I don't know if I can use that word necessarily, but it's just like again these extremes. Like as long as you're not of these extremes and you're able to at least like you know take care of your body and take care of your mind and all that other stuff. That's all it matters. Because again, as an adult, you have the choice to live however you want to live. Like I'm not gonna tell you otherwise, other than just take care of yourself, take care of your family, take care of your loved ones, whatever you gotta do, and just remember, as long as it doesn't hurt yourself or anyone, just keep on doing what you gotta do. Whether that's calisthenics, whether that's free weights, whether that's bodybuilding, whether that's anything else. You know, all it really matters is just your health, your life, and whatever you do with it. Okay, and yeah, that's all I gotta say about that. But yeah, recipes to Joe. Like, seriously, man. Anyways, now I think it's time to talk about the spiritual journey that I've been on for quite a bit of time. So I would say it started since I was in high school, say about when I was 18 years old or whatnot. And I remember when I was around that age, I was just like thinking to myself, like, man, I really need to start like taking my life a little bit more seriously. And what I mean by that is just like, being a little bit more cautious of who I am and what I want to achieve in life, and stuff like that. So basically, on the self developmental journey, being able to discover a lot about what I can be able to like do or whatnot, and I saw some like videos here and there that somewhat helped, but albeit it was this thing about alpha male type bullshit that is just ridiculous, but it's whatever. I did try it because like I thought maybe this will like improve on myself, maybe a bit of dating, because I ain't gonna lie, I was feeling a little on my lonely, trying to like find myself an amazing girlfriend with nice big breasts and nice big ass. But yeah, it was something like that. But when I made a vow to myself to continue to work hard and continue to strive for you know bigger and better things, I really went with it, and you know ever since then, I went on this like self developmental journey to you know become more in tune with myself, be more closer to a lot of things. Like I would say somewhat religiously close to God, but I would say just on a spiritual journey, it's more just like going through a lot of trials and errors of like who I am as a person and what really want in this life, and just doing stuff like that, and reading books, meditating, stuff like that. Hell, for quite a bit of time, journaling was also something I was doing. I haven't done it in a minute, and I think I should probably start get back on track with that at some point. But otherwise, I was journaling. I was doing a lot. I was working very, very hard. Hell, even for school too. Like I was making sure that academically as well. Like I want to make sure that I am at the highest success as much as possible, and I sure did. And you know, it gave me a lot more opportunities to like do really cool things. Got me to like interesting clubs, and it's not that kind of club. Stupid. No, I'm saying like school clubs. Godly you weirdos. I love you guys, but like no, it's a school club, but still, um, it helped out tremendously, and you know, like I said, what with my fitness journey, stuff happened in 2020 and 2021. The whatever COVID-19 that was going on, and it took a bit of like my spiritual journey took a nosedive for the worst because personal issues again. But yeah, for a bit I was like struggling with just like finding myself, and I was just at a loss, and I just didn't know what I can do. And it wasn't getting until like with fitness, I like how some of this actually correlate into spiritual journey as well. But otherwise, you know it helped a lot to like learn a lot about a little bit of stoicism, to learn to mitigate. What are you about to do, Mom? No, don't do that. Don't do that. Got a sword. Nope. Nope.
I don't know how it works yet. Okay, I'll do it this way.
And you're losing bullets.
No.
You sure? Love you, Mom.
I love you.
But
You better be glad I do.
I know, Mom. But oh yeah, what was I saying again? I love distractions sometimes, especially when you have like a very loving mom that loves to distract you all the time about funny stuff. So yeah, appreciative of my mom about that and stuff. But yeah, what was I talking about? Oh yeah, that's a spiritual journey. So, you know, when I started, going through like some like really deep things like stoicism to like um, understand how like mitigate emotions or whatnot. Not to where it's like I gotta like feel emotionless and just be like, oh no, I cannot feel anything anymore because that's stoicism. You can't you gotta be stone cold all the time. Like no, it's definitely not like that. It's more just like being able to just like mitigate it, like understand it, but also being able to like not be so reactive all the time. Because I remember when I had like some really weird hormones. Sometimes I'll be like reactive to everything. I'll be like just like being screaming all a lot. Even when I had some like not so great relationships with you know some of my family members sometimes, but it was it taught me a lot about like being able to control myself. And I like this like quote that Israel Asanya I would always say, especially when he would always like go to therapy for this one, and that is like don't react, respond. And when I heard that, it's just like I realized, yeah, that makes sense because it's like, yes, I think all of us are capable of emotions. We are angry, we are sad, we are depressed, we are just all types of like weird emotions. Hell, even like happy or whatever, and you know all of it is pretty much fleeting, and it depends on the day or not. But it's just important to try to mitigate that as best as possible because if you allow your emotions to control you, it's going to like in of itself like start you know getting worse and worse, and it's just not gonna be great. Oops, sorry about that. It gets again worse because if you allow your emotions to control you, it's not gonna be great for yourself or for anyone. And especially if let's say if someone gives you a bit of a valid criticism, like hey maybe you're a bit too reactive to this, and it's like if you don't recognize that you might probably still have a little bit issues, you might just take that so personally and be like, oh, what the fuck, what is wrong with you, I thought you understood how I feel, and just like start like losing your mind. Like don't no, that's never a good look. Even when you're an adult, that is not a good look to start spazzing out and losing control because it's not great. Even in a stressful situation. Here's the thing. Even in a stressful situation, I understand. It's confusing. It's weird. It's like, oh my god, what is happening? But the best thing in these situations is to calm your mind, breathe, breathe. That's like something that we sometimes forget to do every now and then is breathe. More specifically, deep breaths. Because sometimes when we do deep breaths, like that, you know, it calms your mind a little bit, especially if you do it like a couple more times. And when you meditate, it just like it gets you into a deeper zone where it's like it's kind of like flow state, but it's just like you're still like aware that you are doing it, and sometimes you're unaware that you are doing it at the same time. But it's like it just keeps you somewhat in a calm state and a focused state to like get out of situations. Sometimes staying calm under pressure is always key, especially if you're into like leadership or whatnot. Because if you start to spaz out and start to like lose control or whatnot, then it's gonna be like really hard to actually lead anybody. So sometimes the best way to go about all this is to stay calm under pressure. Take some feedback, some valid criticisms from people, and then just like come up with really good, reasonable ways to get out of a certain situation. And it's just important to do that. And I've been doing it for quite some bit of time where I would just like every now and then, either 5 or 10 minutes, I would like meditate myself or whatnot. I'll probably put like some like Zen background real quick because I like to be a little zenny, and I'll just like meditate, close my eyes. Sometimes I might go like this on some like avatar shit, or sometimes I'll go like this sometimes. I'm showing off my nurse side now, but there's nothing wrong with that. But otherwise, I can do something like that, or just simply, I just like lay down and just like take a deep breath in, deep breath out, and it just helps to do that because, this even helped me when I was going through like some panic attacks too. Like, there's been like moments when like, sometimes when the panic attack like starts happening, it just be like it gets at you, and I remember feeling a little hopeless at times when that happens, and I didn't have like any other way of coping with it, especially with breathing, because sometimes I don't even realize that I'm breathing so fast. I'm like like that sometimes. So it's it's still a bit of a struggle to like deal with sometimes, but it's like I do the best I can. Like there might be one day I might struggle a bit, but there might be some days I'm like I'm kind of cool with it. It's just being able to at least stay somewhat consistent with that, and yeah, I've just been consistent with on the spiritual journey. And again, this is not linear. All of this is gonna have some ups and downs, ups and downs, ups and downs. Heck, I wouldn't be surprised right after this video I might still be dealing with ups and downs of life and everything. But that's just the point of the journey, is that the destination does somewhat matter, but it's really just like the process and the journey that just like gets you up there. That's just like very, very important that people should like keep in mind, because again, being able to be at the final destination where you're like cool, calm minded, and also with nice little sexy body too, as a bonus, is like really awesome. But I think it's just more important to go through the process and just enjoy the process. Like, I think that's something that some people just sometimes tend to forget. I mean, sometimes I do too, but it's just important to at least like enjoy the process and just have a good time with life. Life is always going to continue to do what it's going to do. It's just whatever you want to do with your life is whatever you want to do with your life, good or bad. Thanks, Mama. I just saw my mom like give me a thumbs up because she's the one that like always like tells me a lot about this. So honestly, I'm gonna definitely give this big shout out to my mom for even giving me the opportunity to like do something like this and record myself doing like all this other stuff, and just being truly blessed to just live, because like I said, without my mama, I don't know where I would be at this point. I don't know. I think unfortunately I might have probably would have died at some point in life, and I don't know, it would suck, but otherwise I am truly blessed to have an amazing mother that loves and cares for me for the past 23 years. And I want to definitely give anything, if there's anything I would give back, it would be not only just like finances, not only that, but the just love and care that she has given me for so long, just deliver right back to her, because she's such an amazing person in my life, my mom. But otherwise, yeah, I think, like I said, I think it's very, very important to just like enjoy the process, because we're not perfect on the first day. I was definitely not perfect on the first day when I did fitness and spiritual journey. That shit took a long, long time, and who knows, it may even take decades or a century. I don't know. It takes a while to get to a point, but as long as you keep on going, that's all that really matters, and that's all I'm gonna keep doing. Like I said, I don't know much about anything with life. Sometimes there might be some things that I might not truly know about, or there might be some things I know about, but there's nothing wrong with that, because at the end of the day, if you're still around and you're still learning, that's all that matters. And I want to continue to learn as much as possible before something happens in my life, you know what I'm saying, where I'm no longer here. And I would rather just live my life to the best of my ability, and that's all I really have any control of is my own life, because I only got my life to live. And the message I want to just say is just like, whatever life that you decide to do, just remember to live it fully. Whether that's just being, a nerd, you know what I'm saying, or being a musician. I don't know, wanting to create films, be the best athlete you can possibly be, whatever sport that you're doing, being an accountant, being a doctor, anything really. Like, whatever you decide to do with your life, go for it. If it's not harming nobody and it's actually helping you, do it. Okay? And this also even goes for relationships too. Like, shit, make sure you get yourself a solid person, whether that's a solid woman, a solid man, a solid they, them, or just who the hell ever. Whatever you are into. Just, if you have someone that truly loves and cares for you, hold on to that. Because let me tell you something. Having multiple women is whatever. I mean, not even just like multiple women. Having multiple people in general, like just, having, the naughty things done or not, is, it used to be cool back in high school and or whatever. But as soon as you get to like the adult life, it's not as cool, because most people would just be like, okay, whatever. Because nobody cares what you do. It's not a cool thing to do anyway. Sometimes it'll just be like, okay, wow, that's weird. You know what I'm saying? So, again, no judgment on that. If that's your lifestyle, do it. Just remember, practice, safe sex or whatnot. Just don't be an idiot about it. And, communicate with your partner about that. But otherwise, just having a solid person around you that's going to be there for your ups and downs, left and right or whatnot, is a lot more important. Hell, even the best player in the game will give up the whole entire game, especially, having to talk to girls and whatnot, for one amazing, solid woman. Trust me on that. Or one solid, amazing person. But otherwise, yeah. Just with that, hold on to an amazing relationship that actually cares. And it, brings you happiness and brings you joy and brings you, like, a lot of great things in life. You know what I'm saying? Like, hold on to that. Now, if you're in a unfortunate situation with that's like a toxic relationship, that's gonna be a little tough. But other than that, I say the best situation is to get the fuck out of that relationship entirely, whether that's marriage or otherwise, because you do not want to have toxicity around you all the damn time. It's gonna fuck up everything. Trust me. I know from personal experience. So, there's like some toxic friends or toxic you're in a toxic relationship with your friends or your spouse or your loved ones or whatnot. Just let them be. Just let them be. Because at the end of the day, you still have your own life. And honestly, for a lot of us, we would rather be treated with love and respect. So, best idea, go find someone that's going to love and respect you for who you are. I'm saying? But yeah, I think that's as far as relationships go. But yeah, the most important thing is just do whatever makes you happy, and as long as it doesn't like harm another person, do what you gotta do. Especially if you're an adult or whatnot, do what the fuck you want to do. Because at the end of the day, you got a life to live that's for yourself. And for me, that's just like being a nerd and just being, chill about it and just having fun with life. Because at the end of the day, this is my life. I'm gonna live my life to the truest thing, and that is to be honor respectful to anyone, and just enjoy life. And that's all I can pretty much really do. And yeah, that's pretty much it. And I hope that everyone else that is understanding this message as best as possible. All you gotta say is just keep on going, guys. Just whatever you decide, which goal that you want to do in life, go for it. Like, the only thing that's stopping you is you. You know what I'm saying? Like, yes, society, yes, this is and that, but at the end of the day, it's gotta be you, bro. It's gotta be you that, does all this or doesn't. I don't know. That's your life. Whatever you want to do, just do what you gotta do. Anyways, what are we doing time? We're almost at 40 minutes, but yeah, I think we're gonna stop here. I hope you guys enjoyed this nice little video. I know it's a bit long, but you know what, It is what it is. Hey, if it ain't a little bit of a long video talking about like some like really interesting things, then was it truly? Even if it's a short video, it's like it doesn't matter as long as like you guys are having fun with it, and you're vibing with me or whatnot. It's whatever. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoy this video. Whatever you want to do with your life, stay on. God bless, or whatever religion or whatever spiritual journey you guys are on. Just take care of that. Take care of yourself. Take care of your family, and most importantly, live your life. All right. Again, as long as it's not involving harming yourself or other people, keep on living your life. I love you guys dearly, and yeah, just keep on going, guys. Consensual kiss. Consensual kiss. Anyways, this is your boy Shizeman21 signing out, and I will see you guys in another video. Maybe another weep talk. Maybe another video where I talk about nonsense. I'm kidding, but yeah, maybe that's what I'll do. Talk about nonsense on another video, and just have a good time. Just talk about anything that's anything and nothing at all. Maybe we'll see what happens. Let me know if you guys want to see that, and vibe with it. Vibe with the wind. Alright, I'll see you guys later. Stay peaceful, stay amazing, stay awesome. Good night, good evening, good morning, wherever you guys are watching this. And take your vitamins, drink water, and keep on going. I love you guys. I'll see you guys in another Liddy video episode, whatever it is. So guys later. Peace.